Yes, Steve's been playing with the volume. He's been playing with the volume and the bass. And he's been playing with my camera angle. So I apologise, you know, the sound on my last few videos. I'm trying to get the bass back right again and everything. But he's been fiddling with it. Yes. Anyway, yes. Announcing Spider Fairy's Diary. Yes. Got it delivered a couple of days ago. And now I have noticed that I haven't put a capital letter for Spider and Fairy. But you know, if you're the sort of person that's so annoyed by that you wouldn't buy a book, then the book's not for you anyway. Now it is based on my diary in 2011, and Steve said it was a bit voyeuristic. You know, I was quite poorly when I started writing it. The sound of an ambulance had really affected me so badly that I became quite ill. And, you know, it was because of the psychiatric department that I got so ill. I was scared it was them coming to take me away again. So it stressed me out into relapse. It was because of the psychiatric department and their interference in my life that I got so worked up. But I think this book illustrates how the depot injections weren't helping me in any way, shape or form. You know, I think it does show that, which is why I decided to get it published. You know, I keep telling them the depot injections won't help, and they keep saying they do help, but they don't know what's going on in my head, do they? They think they do. They think they know better than me what's going on in my head by observing my behaviour. They don't. You know. They think they can tell the state of my head, whether I've washed up or not, or whether I've got full ashtrays. Now, you know, whether I have full ashtrays and whether I've washed up has no indication into what's going on in my head or how bad my mental health problems are. You know, it is no indication, and yet psychiatrists keep using things like this as an indication to say you are becoming poorly or you are becoming unwell. You know, which is why I would question the whole ethos of psychiatry. You know, I didn't realise when I worked as an asylum nurse how petty psychiatrists are. Just so many indicators they have that somebody may be becoming unwell, and they don't bother to talk to the person themselves to find out what's going on in their head. They go from clues that they see around your home, like a full ashtray, or the fact that there's a cup on your table and you haven't washed it up, you know, and stuff like that. That's what they go on to assess your mental health. And, you know, this is my thoughts. And I don't think Steve liked it very much, actually. He said it was a bit voyeuristic. You know, he doesn't really like me talking about my head problems like my mum and dad didn't. My mum and dad always told me to shut up about it. You know, you'll get section for life if you let slip anything. Which, although they haven't sectioned me for life, they've made sure I can't work anymore, and they've, you know, they're keeping me in a chemical straitjacket because of it, aren't they? Because of my sixth sense, which, you know, I took the video down where I was describing what a sixth sense was, because I'm scared that if they do come to understand it, what's wrong with me, they will come up with some drug trying to cure it, and I know if they cure it, it will kill me. I mean, they keep saying the antipsychotic cures it, but thank God it doesn't. You know, it's just them saying that it cures me. It's the fact, you know, when you know you're going to be stabbed in the arm, you're a bit more polite with the nurses. I don't perhaps come out with as many sarcastic comments when I know they're going to inject me in the arm. But that doesn't mean to say that it's helping with my mental health condition, does it? It doesn't. What concerns me, I know I am not as dangerous to my own health and safety as they keep saying. Yes, I have full ashtrays, sometimes I smoke. I am not as dangerous to my own health as they think I am. You know, I still am aware of reality, even though I may say strange things and have visions. But I know there are some mental health conditions which are dangerous, or may be dangerous, and nobody's getting any help for them, because they're just, all they will do is inject you with antipsychotic, and that is all they know how to do, psychiatrists. Inject you with antipsychotic. Now, I know we did sort of psychotherapy and stuff at Brockholt. You know, there is a lot of people who, in order to get better, need quite intensive talk therapy and stuff like that. You know, now I know I will never get better, because if they cure it, it will kill me. What's wrong with me? You know, I'm going to have to put up with them forcing these chemicals on me for the rest of my life, even though I know they're not helping with my condition. Anyway, I'm prattling on. Yes. Spider Fairy's Diary. I think it quite clearly shows how the injections don't help me with my head problems, even though these nurses keep insisting they do. Yes. And I've tried to keep it as light-hearted as possible. You know, there's some stupid recipes in, which I would only try if you've got a strong stomach. And yeah, some of the recipes, I invented them when I was feeling a bit poorly. And although they might keep you alive if you make them, you know. They're not the best recipes I've ever invented, put it that way. Some of them are alright, like me beef and cow eel and stuff like that. Anyway, yes. So there it is. So I've approved it for distribution, even though I forgot the capital letters. And I don't know how long before it will be available on bookshops in Amazon, but it should be soon. I just have to pay a reprint fee or something. Well, they've already reprinted it, haven't they, because they've sent me a book. I don't want to have to pay another reprint fee just to change them to capitals. You know, if you're the sort of person who thinks I'm not reading your book because you've got to put capitals on Spider and Fairy, you won't enjoy it anyway. Anyway, yes, there we go. My book.